In 1913, only 1 of 10 people lived in the city.
No. Okay, what is this? What is this? 100 resilient cities. Rockefeller Foundation. 100. Two ball cane.
In 1913, only 1 of 10 people lived in cities. Now, over 50% of the world's population lives in cities. We
Right.
live in a hyper-connected
Whatever they want you to believe. Yes.
world. Globalization.
Globalization. This. This is what you worship. This is what you want to say when you say, this is for the good of the people. This is what for good of the people gets you this. That's right. Blasting you full time with this and this, whatever this is the same always. The pictures and the things and the numbers, blah, 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 they're the different every year. But you guess it. It tells you the same bosh.
Is the word of the day. What happens in one city really influences another city.
Wow, who would have thought globalization is a big mash of just mashing? Who would have thought?
The Rockefeller Foundation has really been actively trying to work with cities to address new ideas.
The Rockefellers have been trying to just bash and get what's ours.
Of urbanization and to help cities really meet their growing and increasing
to meet their growing and right, because these people are so amazing, they'll just help them grow and pave the road to space. Yes.
Urban challenges.
A moment's occasion. We turn 100. This is the year who turns 100. And to mark the start of our 2nd century of innovation. Exactly, because they're talking about themselves. Because you guessed it, they totally smashed and designed the first one, apparently. We are unveiling an exciting, let me guess, new world order. Oh, beautiful. The wordsmithing. They were, and the editors and the writers just, pulled the all-nighter, just bashing words around. Bash, 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 bash. And came out with this global effort. Wow. The 100 Resilient Cities Centennial Challenge. Wow. It's a challenge now. Guys, are you up for it? Are you just going to bust your ass off to accomplish this? Wow.
Well, the Centennial Challenge is really a call to action, an opportunity.
You know what the call to action is? Truth! Truth, the way and the life. That is the call to action. Not your superfluous, meaningless, non-sustainable nothing. Because life relentlessly gives and provides abundantly. Wow. Yet, you have bashed and bashed and bashed and bashed, and now you live completely in a world of desolation, and you guessed it, but you didn't. Scarcity, voidness, longing, always the distance. You're always in the distance. You're always aiming for some distance. Some distance. What are you talking about? No, it's about endurance. Yes, not distance. What are you talking about? 100 years. You're 100 years old? Wow.
For cities to join a network, and we will select 100 cities.
we will select exactly, we will create a parasite that then will go and parasite the whole mash of your brain, because it's not that they're going to go out there and conquer the world. No, the world has conquered them completely, just mashed and bashed in their flesh. Yes.
And work with them to develop technical plans, creative infrastructure financing to enable them to become
right, because it's all about financing. It could not possibly be that your immorality is in your way, and that's why you have to go make coins to actually make something of yourself that you can identify and is good enough that you won't just spend your life in your bed just crying. Wow.
Resilient city. We'll also be supporting the creation of a chief resilience officer for.
And of course, they have to show this. Guys, they're digging a ditch. That's right, the ditch that will make you stumble every single time. You won't see it coming. Wow.
Each of those cities. And of course, the cities themselves will become part of a marvelous network.
A marvelous network, yes, because it's not just a network. No, it's a marvelous network.
Of 100 like-minded cities around the world.
It's 100 bashed cities with bashed mentalities that bash and worship the bash. Wow.
World who are concentrating with our effort and assistance.
Look at this. It's supposed to be some sort of, aspiring music in the background. No.
And support to mobilize towards becoming more resilient.
Okay, so all these cities aren't resilient. They're just bashing to get people together to think again. Empty promise after empty promise. No. 100 million effort. $100 million, right? Because it's a snake with the slash down the middle. What is this? Effort to build urban resilience in cities worldwide. Wow. This is going to cost a marvelous number of, you guessed it, Tubal-Cain. Yes, Tubal-Cain million of times to the 33rd power. And also you can have this. Yes, and more yes. But this time it's going to be green. What brainwash. Mash. Amazing.
Building resilience is about enabling.
See, people that actually love science will actually say, wow, look, guys, science give you all of this. Look, it just looks like it's on fire. It's all a blaze of light. Look, because light is right here already. What are you doing? Oh, it's just so we can see in the dark, blah, blah, blah. Wow, who knew that a light could be used to see in the dark, yet you use it to make the foundation of your worship forever and ever. Yes. What are you talking about?
The person or the system or the city to actually rebound more quickly, perhaps.
Just like a traumatized person would every time they're bashed. She's telling you right to your face what this is. It's ritual abuse that they have been doing for a century, she says, because she's 100 years old, and she's going to do it for another 100 Tubal-Cains of nothing time. Wow, because it's relentless, just bash and bash and bash and bash that they worship. Yes, because you guessed it, order out of bash. And that's what they believe. Wow, that you just shatter the brain and then you're its master and it will worship you, and then you blast your way into oblivion and bad thoughts away left and right, smashing home runs and getting cheered on and being loved. Wow. No.
More safely to be able to withstand those shocks. And
okay, what shocks are you talking about? Natural disasters or the shocks of life? What are you talking about? What is this person talking about?
To not have them really create the kind of devastation that we're seeing at the present time.
Right, because it's a spiritual battle. That's the devastation that you don't realize. Or actually, you fully do, and that's why you take advantage of it to your full potential, right? That's what you call it, your full potential. To live another 100 years, right? Because it's all about you and you and you and you and only you and me and me and me and me and my. Wow. And she will tell you that it's for the children so that you believe it's not about my, and just blasting to the sun into a bliss of nothing, right? What are you talking about? She will lie to you to your face and tell you that this is for the good of the people in the future. For, don't you want your kid to live in a city that breathes for itself? Don't you want to live in a city that just shits and just recycles its back and feeds on it? Don't you want a city that does that? Wow, what a bunch of mash. No, you wouldn't possibly want to return to the Father and know what's right. You possibly wouldn't want that. You probably wouldn't want to just pledge your allegiance to the truth completely, fully, to its full extent of its meaning. No, you just want to defile the life that you're giving and just mash it up into something that you think is feeding itself. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Together, we will build a more equitable and, of course, they love this word, a more equitable and resilient future for humankind. Resilient. You know who talks about resilient? Transition towns. It's all the same mash. Don't you see? No, you don't. You want to blast every day and sit and get hemorrhoids to the sun and beyond and bash thoughts down to the smashing earth where you think you're going to come back to your waking life and just do them as you were instructed to do by the whispers of the ticklings of the smashing. What are you talking about? Wow. Now they're going to just show you all people just being grateful. Right, because that's all you're supposed to, okay, guys, if you're just upset and angry all the time, some psychiatrist is going to tell you, just be grateful. Just be grateful. Stick your thumb in your butt and be grateful you have a thumb. Wow, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Okay, yes, just gushing out recycled water again, right? What are you talking? Oh, yes. Find out how you can just smash yourself into more obliterations. Wow. And this is real. And this is so real. And they know it because they've been here 100 years. 100 years of nothing time. Which means they are relentlessly bashing. And this is just another bash video. Another bash video of the bash think. What is the bash thinking? Of course, it's telling you. That's it? Of course it's it. Enough to just leave you hanging and go to this website and get polluted. Oh, yes. Okay, I mean, what is this? What is this? What is this? What is this? This is a ditch. They're digging a hole and she's telling you it's paving the road to what? You guessed it. Nowhere. It couldn't possibly be that there is no such thing as resilience. It's just relentless life. There is no resilience. It's enduring the sufferings of this life. Meaning, of course, the exposure, you guessed it, to the swarm. Wow. Who knew that it was a spiritual battle and that the swarm is relentlessly just trying to just make you fall and stumble? But no, you see us stumbling as fumbling and just, getting dashed on and everything as, wow, there's something to learn here. And I will just blast my brain into thinking that I'm the one that just learned it. And I will just use that nonsense thing and just be more skillful at navigating through this ditch. And I will stumble again because some other people are making other ditches and I don't even see them. Wow. Wow. Who would have thought? Who would have thought that since everybody can do what they want, there's other people digging ditches. Wow. And digging deeper ditches. Wow. And where do these ditches go? Nowhere. Because all they do is make you stumble and think you're doing something while you're digging them. No, go and plow and feed the Spirit. Forgive and then be forgiven by the who, that's right, the one Father. No other man, no other thing, no other earthly thing can forgive you, not even yourself. Because you are the recipient of the life, you have no idea what it is. What is it? What is
Creation
it?
of a cheap.
Of course. No clue. And of course, this is your utopia. Or what you will use and to just look at and be just so devastated as crying. You're going to weep when you see this and say, oh, what has humanity come to? Look at all the ways, blah, blah, blah. But then just smash again. Because you're doing what they are doing, smashing. Okay? Of course you are. Yes, of course. I'll end it there.